You know what I haven't done for a while is a video on my Kaiku lawn. So today, I'm gonna show you guys how it's looking, get some fertilizer on it, and try and keep this thing green throughout the whole of winter this year with some liquid ferts. First thing we're gonna do is get rid of these nasty overgrown edges. Because mate, I'll be honest, I haven't edged this thing since like a month after Reno. Bruh, disgusting. Don't judge me guys, please. Yeah, as you can see, I mean, there's a ton of leaves in the way because it's autumn time, but brother, that's disgusting. As if you'd call me a greenkeeper or someone who likes their lawn filthy. I mean, the kike still has color in it, considering a month ago it was brown as, I'll put a photo up on the screen of what it looked like, but healthy lawn. It got mowed regularly with a ride on every now and then. Bit of brown stuff underneath because, you know, it just is, but there's a nice green leaf on top. But the edges need to be done. It needs to be mowed today actually because it's a little bit overgrown. This hasn't had fertilizer, anything done to it since Reno time because focus was on the green. And to be honest, my e-commerce store, so my business where I sell the products, just took over a little bit this year. Chasing up customer inquiries, doing consults, really falling behind on everything I've wanted to get done on this YouTube channel. As you guys probably noticed, tee boxes aren't built yet, second fairway's not built yet. Really been focusing on the stuff that helps obviously support this channel and allows me to do these projects and fund these projects too. So been flat chat with that. Hopefully things will change in the next little bit, but let's get the edging done. Then we'll mow up the leaves, get rid of all the leaves out of here. Just one thing I want to mention is last week I said, if you guys have any winter questions below, please put them down below. And I'm actually gonna do a frequently asked questions winter tip video next week. I was gonna do it this week, but we didn't get enough questions in there. So chuck your questions down there. I'm gonna compile them all together and do a video next week on that. Check out that mess. Whoa, that's just from the edge, bro. That's how much that is overgrown. Mate, that's disgusting. Who's that sicko? Call yourself a lawn enthusiast, you dog. Filthy. Oh, it's flat. Ugh. Never flippin' charge stuff, bro. You'd think after all these years I would have learned how to charge something. Even at the old house, that's what I was known for. Man, you don't charge your batteries very often. Shut up. There you go, it was just starting to run out of two-stroke just then. Mate, did the job. Man, that was a mess. I mean, there's dog poos on here from like a month ago, so here's one. Super decroded. Doesn't even look like a turd, to be honest. Nah, I wouldn't do that. So today we're gonna use my Stihl battery mower just to pick up all of this because I don't want to use the cylinder. There's a ton of Kaiku from the edges, dirt, leaves, everything else. We might get the cylinder mower out next week. If you guys think we should, let's get the mower out. Let's get this looking good. How long do you reckon this thing will last before it goes flat? I don't know when I last charged this one either. No, I'm not, you know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm not even gonna check the amount of lights on there. Let's just see what happens. Nope. Yes. No. How do you start it again? No. Why are you not spinning it? No. Is that right? What's it doing? Does it not go when it's flat? Oh, it is flat, bro. Put you on charge, you stupid thing. This one has some chicken tenders and chips. So now it's time to mow. Gave it a charge. It's been 20 minutes, half an hour? 20 minutes, I think. We'll see how far we get through on 200 square meters on a 20-minute charge. Well, after a cut and an edge, seriously, man, that is not too bad at all. I cannot complain about that for a winter lawn that was dormant from just no water, like about a month, probably a little bit over a month ago, but nearly that, like seriously, mate. So I've got all the products here, as I said. Got our pure seaweed, pure iron plus, and then we've also got our pure balance. So today I'm actually gonna go full rate with these products, so 400 ml per 100 square meters with each of these, just to give it a bit of a kick in the bum, because I haven't been doing regular fertilizer on this. Well, last time I did it was last year in probably October. I want to put something down. And I said full rate too with our pure color. So I'm gonna put the whole bottle of this in because it's 200 square meters. So this is a 100 ml bottle. Generally I'd only go like 12 to 24 ml, the lower end of the rate if you're regularly using it. 24 if you want to give it that initial boost, but if you haven't given anything for ages, you can go that higher rate to give it a nice kick in the butt. So mix it all up. With the pigment, when you're mixing these all together, make sure you get yourself a paint mixer or you agitate it really, really well, because the pigment is quite thick. And you'll find if you don't mix it well enough, it will sit actually at the bottom of your sprayer if you don't agitate it well, and you'll get a really dark green couple of patches, and then it will whiten off. So just make sure you're mixing it well. But 400 ml of all of these is going to help with our soil health, with the seaweed and the balance too, because there's some fulvics and humics in there, and some beneficial fungi, and then our iron for the leaf. Also our nitrogen is going to help with some growth too. And we'll still get some this time of year. Liquids are what I will switch to always when it hits winter. I don't even touch granular when it comes to winter time, unless you're in a warmer climate and you're going to get something out of it. But we're going to go 800 ml of each product because it's 200 square meters, so 400 ml per 100 square meters. Let's do it. So as you can see, a nice instant green up from the pure color. We've gone a higher rate just to give it a really good kick. Now, I didn't edge pass around the edges instead of walking too right to the edge, just so that I wouldn't spray any of the pigment on the actual concrete. If you do get some on your concrete, I just recommend that you use something like some lemon oil and wash it off like that. Same with your sprayer. If your sprayer gets really, really green, you can just use some lemon oil. Now, we don't need to water this in for 24 hours. We actually don't have to water it in at all. But if we want that seaweed plus to get down to the root system, we want to water it in 12 to 24 hours afterwards, so we get the most benefit out of it. But this is a foliar spray with a little bit of soil health in there too, so getting 2 for the 1. Just got to make sure you water it in 24 hours afterwards at least, so you're getting a nice kick of that soil and root benefit. So I'll come out here tomorrow afternoon around about the same time and show you guys an update of how it's looking, because the iron would have kicked in because we've gone such a high rate. We should see a really nice green up on this area, or tomorrow morning, depends on how things are tracking. So this video will probably be released on Sunday because today's Friday. Also this weekend, in a couple of days, I'm actually doing a big sale on my granular fertilizer range. Stock to clear, so we've got some old stock there, so I want to get rid of it. So I'm going to do a 30% off sale. Check out the code on the screen below and you can get yourself 30% off my Stimulate and my Reinstate fertilizers that are at the warehouse still, because we've got a new range coming and we're just going to squish things down a little bit. They're still awesome fertilizers. Stimulate is great for year-round use, and so is Reinstate. Reinstate you can use in the autumn time or even at your spring reno. It's got a little bit of added wet age in there too, but just tightening the range up a little bit because we don't need 4 fertilizers. I'm going to get like 4 kilo buckets too, so that there's different sizes to purchase in the future, which will be good. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow to see how this looks. So we're back about 24 hours later. That iron has really kicked in now. Look at the color of this grass, bro. Brother, you can really see the difference. I'll show you. So the pigment and the iron have kicked in nicely. Normally you'll see good results 24 hours afterwards. Just show you the difference. These were the same color yesterday. Look at that defined line there. Super stoked with that, really, honestly, considering compared to what this looked like a month ago, which I'll flick up a photo on the screen. I'll probably put it up on the screen already earlier in the video, but mate, so good. So that pigment should actually last up to 3 months if you're not mowing the top of the leaf off. Obviously, if you're mowing the grass, it's going to grow out, but if your lawn isn't growing, it will last the whole of winter for you, so keep that nice color. And you do find 2 to 3 to 4 days afterwards, it looks more natural and looks really, really good. But a day after, mate, that looks great. I'd say in the next couple of days, we're going to see a bit more of a color boost too. Next week, we'll come back, we'll get the rover out and give this a trim, see if we can stripe it up. We won't need to worry about pigment, but we'll just bring it down a tiny bit with our Hyder cut, just to make it look a little bit nicer, get rid of all the leaves, get it looking schmick. But thanks guys so much for watching, really appreciate it. Remember, this weekend only, we've got that FERT30 code for 30% off for my ebooks, lawn plans, merch, and also Stimulate and Reinstate too. Anyway, thanks guys so much for watching, appreciate it. Everything I talk about today can be found on my website, and I'll see you guys in the next vid.